Three Nerds on a Sunday, where three nerdy friends talk about all things nerd, geek, and pop culture related. I am one of the nerds, Sonny. The other two nerds that make up the round table is Manny and Frank.
Yes, we are.
How's it going? What's up? How you doing?
Oh, that looks tasty. A root beer float?
No,
Oh, it looked like one.
it's a Guinness.
Oh, look at you, man.
This whole time I thought it was soda.
That's how friggin' dark it is.
Yeah, if you
I
put
was
it
telling
on,
you guys the other day that was my first beer, and I thought it was disgusting, and now I think it's fine. I haven't had one for a long time, but
It doesn't even move when you drink it.
no, it's like
Look, it doesn't move. Look at that.
yeah, it looks like a damn root beer float.
I remember, I think my first Guinness I had was St. Patrick's Day. And I was like, yeah, give me a Guinness. And he was like, okay. He took the cup, and it seemed like oil just coming out. It was just so thick.
Just
like, oh, no.
Glass of oil.
Yeah, and now I didn't drink it.
Hilarious.
I felt like a little bitch.
Yeah, I had the same exact experience, man.
yeah, I think my
Stuff.
first beer was Heineken. I didn't like it.
Okay, that's good.
What? What did you say?
I had a Heineken. Didn't think that was my first beer. I didn't like it. I think I've had.
Well, he wasn't used to it yet, so.
You can't really start with Heineken. Like, that's a beer. You gotta start with like a Corona or maybe
start with a Heineken.
Modelo. You can't start with a Heineken. I started with a Heineken, and I
Why can't you
didn't
start with
drink beer
Heineken?
for a little bit. Because it's not strong, but it has a taste like that lager. I don't know. It seems like a strong.
Corona has like a skunk smell and a freaking.
That's why you put a lime in there and you put a salt and you're good to go.
Yeah, that's true. It does change it.
There's a little more to it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, there we go.
You guys have any news before the huge kind of topic that we got?
Well,
I have one.
got a big, so I got nothing.
Okay. I have a trailer that came out. It's called Nobody. Did anybody hear about it?
Yes, I just never watched the trailer.
Nobody is with Bob Odenkirk, who is, oh man, I forgot his character name from
Saul Goodman?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Saul Goodman from his own show, Better Call Saul, and from before that, Breaking Bad. So he's in it. He is kind of like the everyman John Wick. And I think some people who were like involved with John Wick are involved with this film. And he is kind of like a middle-aged loser type of suburban dad, maybe something like that, like an everyday guy. And he used to work for I don't know for who, maybe the mob or something. He was involved with stuff with them, but then he went clean or something. And now he has to do something, I forgot what. And he gets dragged into action basically. So he kind of just unleashes, I guess you could say. The trailer looked kind of just entertaining. You know, it wasn't like super serious. It's meant to be funny, and he's like an underdog. And I don't know, it could be decent. The trailer did look pretty good, actually.
Cool. Yeah, I saw it. I don't know if it was like a mock-up trailer, like the John Wick 2 poster. You know, all the guns pointing out. I was like, no, thank you. But
I know it seems like such a rip.
I mean, I haven't really seen any. I mean, again, with the way things are, I haven't really seen any paying attention to trailers that much.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, unless I hear something about it, I'm not gonna.
I saw the trailer, put it on like a list to watch later, and then I never did. And then it started playing automatically between YouTube videos, so I just kind of let it play, and I was like, "Oh, all right, ain't too bad."
Nice.
So that was my only news.
What's the release date on it?
Good question. It's February 26th.
Theaters, I'm guessing.
It says in theaters only, like very prominently on the poster. So I guess.
Don't even think about it, streamers.
No, I know, right?
Bust down.
They're like, don't even ask. Just shut the fuck up. It's in theaters only.
What is it called?
It's called Nobody.
Let me see if I saw this.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I've seen this. He's like all beat up on the cover or something. Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah. Now, I see him as Saul, so I don't know if I could really handle this, but sure, I'll give it a whirl,
Yeah.
a twirl.
It's worth 2.5 minutes for the trailer. So
Sure.
2.5 minutes
after
is
that, you can make a
long.
decision.
I'm not used to watching trailers 2.5 minutes long. I'm used to watching a teaser trailer and then that's it, and then
Yeah.
don't watch another trailer ever again. Yeah, I don't. That's weird. That's long, but yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch it tonight.
Yeah. Try it. Did you guys not have news because you weren't looking, or because nothing caught your eye, or because why?
Nothing
And I'm not
caught my
trying
eye.
to like talk crap. I'm just wondering because I barely could find anything this weekend.
I
Anyway.
saw a trailer before we started recording. Well, I looked through news like I went like 5 days back. I didn't find anything that caught my eye that was even in. So, I guess the trailer I saw was.
I guess I got one piece of news, but
Sure.
I mean, Sonny could go. Sonny could do his. What's the trailer
Sonny,
you saw?
you're the death
It
man,
was,
aren't you? So wasn't there a death?
well, I thought we were trying to avoid sad shit in the show because you were like, oh,
Well, you were like all about it.
wow. Well,
We had a
because you
weekly art.
guys did, like I think it was Manny was like, I want to see how long you go. I'm like, okay, I'll accept it.
I swear
Well,
to God, every time I read about a death, I'm like, oh, I wonder if Sonny's gonna bring it up.
well, we should add a section now. Weekly RIP.
No,
Guy just
that's
finds
too
somebody.
grim. That's too
I am
grim.
just kidding. Come on.
Today in news, this motherfucker died. So I guess before we touch on the death that Frank wishes to bring up,
Sorry.
the Marksman, starring Liam Neeson. I just watched this trailer. Looked okay.
Mm.
He's a rancher, I believe, in Texas by the border. He's just driving around his truck doing, truck stuff, and then he bumps into a woman and a child, which are illegal immigrants crossing the border, running from the cartel. He saves the kid, and then crazy stuff ensues.
Mm.
What kind of accent does Liam Neeson have?
Got a Southern boy accent.
No, can you still hear like his accent though?
Sometimes it kind
Like
of
he's Scottish,
yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah, it's
He's
Scottish,
I don't know,
somewhere in
Scott.
that area. I'm
He
not
was
gonna
born in
lie.
Ireland,
Ireland.
Oh, well, like,
He's
okay.
Irish.
1952.
Oh man, an Irish Texan boy accent. I gotta hear that.
Yeah, I was like, okay,
Yeah,
and
dude.
the movie
Liam's
doesn't
70 years old, bro. 70 and
Yeah.
something.
the
22.
movie doesn't look too terrible, surprisingly. Uh, I won't pay full price to go watch it, but I will watch it when it hits a service or if it's like $5 to rent.
You're like simple country boy with a truck and a rifle. I'm in.
Hey, sometimes the best kind of
But I won't pay full price.
right. It's good, but it's not that good.
Oh man.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah. He just, he did too many of those kind of movies, and it got really
Nope.
old.
And,
Shut your
and,
mouth.
and the
I
problem
know.
is, it was like a hit and miss with him because
Yeah, it was.
taking one and then the another two sucked. But then Walk Among Tombstones,
Yeah.
all
He
night
had
with
good ones, bad ones.
what was the other one? I think Cold Pursuit was actually kind of okay too. So but again, he's hit and miss. He goes from, wow, that's really good to, man, you should just stop it because you can't even. So,
Seriously. All right, man. That's good.
What was I gonna say? I lost it.
oh,
Never mind, I lost it. I forgot.
well, we'll move on. The death corner of the show, Frank. Jeremy, I'm going to try to say his last name correctly. I'm not good with names. Jeremy Bulloch, I think. The original actor that played Boba Fett in the original trilogy film died at 75 years of age. A lot of new Star Wars fans might not know who he is, or that there was an original actor that played it and not Django.
Right.
So yeah, and again, it's not his fault. His character didn't do anything in those two movies really, but he is still part of the Star Wars legacy and legend. Rest in peace, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Did he voice him as well?
I don't know.
Oh, that's a good question. I want to say yes, but I know I think there's like two guys that played Boba Fett, or like one was a stunt. I'm not sure, but
he didn't really do much to be a stunt.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, he jumped off of a boat into a pit. So maybe.
And they did that. What's that scream? That movie scream that every movie uses.
The Wilhelm scream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wilhelm.
Is a classic scream that every time I hear it, no matter how good or the movie is, I always laugh. Oh, you sons of bitches. That's 1 point minus for you.
Oh. It's funny. All right.
Okay.
Said you had one, Manny?
I did. Let me find it. Talking about Boba, the Mandalorian star Tara Morrison reportedly joins Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi. So Boba Fett looks like he might be showing up in Obi-Wan. And what's awesome is that this is going to be the original Boba Fett that we grew up with, not the Boba Fett that is in Mandalorian. So he has to probably lose some weight. And then we'll kind of go from there. But I don't know, man. I'm getting excited as it goes. Like I'll leave it for the main topic, which is coming up. But yeah, I thought that was pretty exciting.
Nice.
Seeing his time.
Yeah, why not?
In the light, even more now.
Yeah, there's a lot that is untouched. A lot of like pockets of time that we don't know too much about.
Anything else, guys? Or should we just go into our
nerd
outs?
Let's jump right into our nerd outs of the week.
Cool.
Okay. I'll go into it. So first off, it's more of a confession than a nerd out. And I just have to get it off my chest. It's not really a confession. It's more of like, I'm an idiot and this shouldn't have happened. But I have made it to my fantasy football championships. And I was nerding out to that. I won my match,
Nice.
my first round. So I am one game away from the championship. And this is a league that I've already won. I actually have the trophy right here for last year. And so I normally do this thing. I came up with it last year where I don't show my opponent, my team that I'm going to play, and we'll kind of go from there. And I've been getting different reactions, which has made me continue this whole tradition where like you're not going to start someone, what are you doing, yada yada yada. Right. And then I start a player like right at 11 o'clock. If the game starts at 12, I start them like at 11:45. So in saying that, I forgot that there was 2 Saturday night games today. Well, we were recording this on Saturday night. Yeah. And I have 2 players. One of them, Frank, you might not know because you don't watch football, is Devontae Adams, which is a huge player. And I have another guy called Tim Patrick. Devontae Adams, Frank, he normally scores maybe 26 to 30 points. Fantasy football land, that's a lot of points. He's sitting on my bench while the game is going on. I forgot to move him because Santa Claus came to town in my neighborhood, and we were outside watching Santa pass by and all that, so I got caught up.
How come you have to move him like manually off the bench?
Because it's you have to decide what players are gonna score the most points so you can win.
So to just explain his strategy, he literally takes people off of his start thing to put them in like the last minute.
Yeah.
And you have to automatically put them back in if you want them to start. Now you can have guys that automatically start every week if you just leave them as is. but he decides to play some mind games with them and goes, "You don't know who I will play."
I see.
Because normally
okay.
what you do, you could see how many points that other team is projected to score, and how many points you're projected to score. And sometimes you get confident, and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna score this many points. Yeah, I'm gonna score him. I'm looking to win," and you don't make any moves. What my way of thinking is, and I'm giving it away. So my way of thinking is that if I don't start anyone, then you're going to just keep tinkering with your lineup, trying to get the best out of there. And it's somewhat worked for me. This time it didn't work for me. And it kind of did, though, because Devontae Adams only scored 11 points, so that's normally not good. And the other player that I was going to play scored 4 points. And I already got burnt earlier in the week because another big player only scored 2, Keenan Allen. So I need to win this one to make it into my championship cash league. So, yeah. Well, I'll leave that alone. And then on top of that, Frank from West's podcast, when he was talking about Star Wars Battlefront, and after I saw the finale of Mandalorian, that Friday, my brain wouldn't let me do anything else. It wouldn't let me play Call of Duty. It wouldn't let me play Spider-Man. So I ended up playing Star Wars Battlefront, and I did a little bit of online. And then Frank told me, remember I said play co-op. Yeah. And I like co-op a lot because it's an easy pickup. You're playing against computers for the most part, and it's super fast and easy to go get a player you want. So as you play, if you want to play as Kylo Ren, you could pick Kylo Ren, and you probably could play the whole game as him because you're playing against computers. And then since there was one game that I played while we were waiting to record this, I was playing as Luke Skywalker. I played as Luke Skywalker the whole game, so that was really cool.
Nice.
So yeah, I got that, and then I think that's really it. I'm just getting
what
Christmas
I like in that mode is you can pick which era you want to play, so you can stick to clones, or you can do original or new trilogy. So, or you can play all and it mixes them up.
I was gonna say I completely forgot about that because I always choose all because I can't really decide what I want to do.
Yeah.
Because I like I
always do
Clone Wars
clones
now. Yeah, I like Clone Wars now. But I still, because of Mandalorian, I like going back to the old school stuff and playing Boba Fett. But then now. I do like the First Order because I do like playing as Kylo Ren. I like Rey, and I like how the Stormtroopers looked.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird for me. So I just put them all in there. I'll be happy with anything.
Yeah.
I don't like playing as the Rebels though because I feel like they're not as cool looking and all that.
No, they're not.
But other than that, it's all right. But it's man, I wish I played it more as it was going, because it's super fun, man. I think the next game I might pick up is Rebel or Rogue Squad. No, is it Rogue Squadron?
I think it's just Squadrons.
Yeah. Rogue Squadron's the movie.
Yeah, that one's fun. It's just all first person, and I didn't get too far. I just didn't have time, but I did like it when I played it. Is the first person better than what you get in Battlefront? It's hard to compare because you're surrounded by buttons and like the metal bars for the windows and stuff. But it's got nice visuals and stuff. But one thing you do a lot is you're constantly trying to turn back around and then retarget your guy. And then once you fly past something, then you got to turn around again. So it's a lot of turning.
It's the same thing with this stuff for the most part.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really it. I think, like I said, getting Christmas ready, got all the presents done, and
nice.
Yeah, just trying to stay positive.
Yeah, that's good. Sonny, you want to
go? Yeah, sure. Why not? So continuing my Christmas theme month, I watched 3 films. All Disney films. I watched the Disney Plus exclusive Noel with Anna Kendrick and
Bill Hader.
Thank you, Bill Hader. I want to say Jamie Hader. I don't know why. Hader. It is a movie. Oh, it's okay.
It's all right. It's fine.
Yeah,
No,
it's
well,
okay. It's okay. It's
It's
okay.
no, it's more than okay. Like it came out last year. It was one of the first exclusive movies on Disney Plus. It was good, but I also like haters, so I'm biased.
Yeah. I thought they were both good in it. I'm a fan of both. Essentially, the story is Anna Kendrick and Bill Hader are the children of Santa Claus, and um, we pick up where their father died like maybe 7 months ago before Christmas. So Bill Hader, as the male heir, is supposed to take over as Santa Claus. He doesn't want to. Anna Kendrick has to track him down to bring him back so they can save Christmas, and wacky stuff ensues. It's kind of
oh
like
my God, I think I forgot I watched this.
Yeah, you definitely watched it. There was nothing to watch on Disney Plus after we saw Mandalorian, so you were just looking at old stuff
Oh
and
my God, I
looking
did
at
watch
new
it.
stuff.
yeah, it's like I don't want to say a knockoff of Elf, but it's like Elf like.
Ish. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
For
Uh-huh.
kids. No, Alpha's for kids. Never mind. So yeah, you're right.
yeah, it's there was some stuff that there's a couple of things in there that probably made me laugh louder than I thought I was going to. I did watch myself look at the clock a little more than like, oh, well, it's an hour 43-minute movie. I don't know why it needs to be that long, but okay. I'll t- uh
Well, that's only 100 minutes.
yeah, with the wrong movie.
It could be
That's
where you check like how much is left, and you're like, oh, there's still 45 minutes.
that's what I did. I was like, oh my god, there's like the 40 minutes left of this. How? But I mean, with that being said, it wasn't terrible. It just uh I don't know. I guess like deep down I was hoping it was like a musical for some reason because of Anna Kendrick. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that I can do. But no, it's fine. Like I think kids will like it more than the adults watching it with them. It's a decent date movie. A good good Christmas movie if you just want to put in the background or while you're having a Christmas party. Well, not this year, but you know. Um, yeah. Again, I would give it a low recommendation. I wouldn't say go out and watch it right now. It's not a classic. Um,
Yeah.
the other two films I watched. I remember. I think the first week of December, the first December show, Manny saw a
Santa
slew of
Claus.
movies and he saw
Yeah.
Santa Claus. So I decided to watch Santa Claus 2 and 3 just to see. Because I have watched all of
Yeah.
them, but it's been a while. So
With Tim Allen, right?
correct. So part 2 um, picks up at him, Santa Claus. He's thriving. He's really good at what he's doing. Great, all fun and games. And then his elf Bernard and the other new elf comes in and goes, "Hey, there's a closet, a closet, a closet, a closet, a closet, a closet." There's a lot of clause jokes here. It's not. Uh, um, he has to get married to find a Mrs. Claus, or he can't be Santa Claus anymore. So he literally has to try to find a woman to marry. I think like in in a week or so, maybe less, in days. um, and that's kind of the main. And then the
I
other
remember now. Yeah, that's right.
the other half of the story is he has to leave, but the elves can't realize it, so they make a toy doppelganger of him to take over, and he ends up being evil, and he wants to take over the North Pole and give all the kids coal because every kid is bad and terrible garbage people.
Is this the one where he goes after his kid's principal or something like that?
Yes,
Yeah, right.
which
Yeah.
I would, but I'll just be honest. This actually wasn't as terrible as I thought it was going to be because again, like it was
Not
like
bad.
it was years before I saw it. Like most of these sequels to like good Christmas movies, like good movies, it's a little more kidified.
Mm-hmm.
A lot more brighter colors and more. I don't want to say fart jokes, but you know what I'm trying to say. More like
Yeah.
kid jokes. Um, the pacing is fine. It's good. This you can watch by yourself. You can watch with your significant other. You can watch with kids. It's good. It it has that Christmas spirit in there. I don't think it does it quite as well as some other Christmas movies, but it's there. Spread joy to others and be happy and like always embrace the inner child in you. Never forget that. Don't let life, bring you down. All that kind of stuff. It's
Mm-hmm.
cool. It's decent. Like I said, I was a little more surprised in how it held up for me over the years. Where I'm like, you know what, this is not bad. I can probably put on 1 and 2 back to back and be like, this is a good way to spend, a few hours.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been watching them over the last 30 days. The kids have been wanting to watch them.
Yeah.
They're not. It's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Do you see the production level go down though from the first one to the second? Because I didn't really start. I started the second and I just kind of gave up on it. I think Violet wanted to watch something else, and yeah.
I think. Well,
I don't know if I did.
I think the production value on the North Pole went up, but the stuff in like normal world went down a little bit, or it felt low grade, I guess. Yeah. So again, like this was definitely, I think, geared more towards like
Kids.
child
Yeah.
friendly.
Like the first one was more like adult kid, like one of those movies where it was made for the adult. I mean, it was more for the adult to kind of like handle if they're going to take them to the movie theater to watch this. And this one, it was just full blown kid mode.
Pretty much, yeah. Like that would get a high recommendation from me. Unlike the third one. Yeah, this one.
Jack Frost one.
Yeah, the Jack Frost one.
Did they all look plastic in that one? That's what I remember.
Yeah, they look kind of plasticky.
They all look plastic, like even Tim Allen.
A little bit, yeah. More than usual. It was weird. Yeah, man. It was this weird. Like they clearly had no idea what they wanted to do. They're like, well, we just need to make a third one, and we're gonna put this stupid story in there about Jack Frost being jealous about not getting his own holiday, and he coerces Santa Claus to give up the mantle so he can take over. And then we have like a super dumbed down, not even worthy of the same name in sentence. It's a Wonderful Life type of deal. Oh, this is what happens if you didn't become Santa Claus. Your life sucks. You'd be rich, but you would suck, and all this kind of stuff. And that, and like honestly, like that, the whole ending is rushed. They spend like 10 minutes, and it's over.
He like reverses it like really easily, like in 5 minutes.
Yeah, this was clearly the biggest cash in. Just hey, maybe we can make a few bucks off of this. Let's just get it out there.
Yeah.
This was not good at all.
No.
Maybe little children will like it. I can't guarantee you that.
Mine do.
Well, there you go.
They kind of see past it and stuff.
As they should. I mean, you can even look at Home Alone movies as they progressively got more. They're definitely for children, for little kids and babies.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't say the original Home Alone 1 and 2 had much heart, but at least there was something there. 3 is fine. It's not great at all.
3 is with the new kid, right? When he gets in the snow in his house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one gets really weird. Like
it
just becomes like slapstick, like really like
extra
4-year-old stuff. Yeah, it's just like whoa. Okay.
So, especially with Disney properties, that happens a lot. Like if I don't know, if you guys remember back in the 90s.
That was Fox.
Fox, yeah. Was it? Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
Kids,
on Disney.
Let me take that. Children's franchises really doesn't matter majority of the time. They always progressively get more dumb as they go on. Disney back in the 90s did this with their sequels to like their big hits. Never as good as the first one, but they were meant for kids. Pocahontas 2, Aladdin 2 and 3. Lion King 2 was surprisingly actually not terrible. It was actually pretty good.
Still haven't seen it.
Yeah, so they have, and this franchise is no different. It took a big nosedive with 3. So for kids, I'll give it a yes. For if it's just you or you and your significant other looking for holiday movies, I would give this a hard pass.
Yeah, the first 2 you could probably watch though.
Oh yeah, one for sure. Two, depends on the mood you're in, but typically that it's worth it. Three, just drink a lot of eggnog.
Yeah.
And what else did I nerd out on? No, that's it. I don't. We could talk about Cyberpunk, but just to sum it up, I'm having fun with it. I don't have them. It's unbelievable. I see the bugs people have and go like, I've never seen that in my game yet.
That's weird.
That was one big news that we forgot to mention. Like maybe we should stop this podcast. But yeah,
I think because we talked about it personally, and then we were just like, I think exhausted about talking about it because it's depressing.
and everyone's talked about it by now way more in depth than we probably care to even get into. But
yeah,
that's a whole shit show going on with them and Sony and refunds.
I mean,
they took it off from the marketplace.
I think they hold the title for the biggest fuck up in gaming history, probably.
No Man's Sky's up there too with them.
Yeah, but they didn't get removed from the damn store and didn't get all this other stuff. So
they got refunds, but I'm frank on this one.
I still think
removed from the store is like an extra shit stain on your resume for the rest of your life. I mean, they might as well not. The next game, nobody's gonna trust the damn thing.
Well, that's not true. People will buy it regardless. Now they might not sell as much, but people will buy it. But I think Arkham Knight still takes the cake.
What?
On PC.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's unplayable. They just took it off Steam. You can never, if you have, you can never play it on there ever.
Yeah, but this game was announced in 2012. Like, there was a lot going into this. Arkham,
so much build-up.
Arkham Knight, like, I get that it wasn't playable on PC, but
I mean, at that point, it's a AAA title. At that point, after three successful games that that people really do enjoy and love, and if you have PC, sorry, you're screwed. You can never play this game. You're gonna have to spend money on a console when you switch over to PC, and it just, I don't know, it was really shitty situation. This just like No Man's Sky, these guys are still new to this. Now that's no excuse because they had plenty of time to fix the bugs, but they overreached and lied way too much to try to cover up for their mistakes. But I mean, everything's there for a good idea for a game. Like the reason why I think No Man's Sky is personally me worse is because you want to talk about lies, all the things that are supposed to happen.
That was really big lying, man.
Basically, you just stand there and go bzz, 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 bzz.
He was like smiling through his teeth and stuff. I found him more annoying because I just wanted to like punch his teeth out, like, because I was like, dude, you're such a liar, man. Like, he put his face in every camera in the world.
I mean, basically a walking simulator when it first came out. You're just shooting rocks and walking around, and next planet do the exact same shit. There was nothing different. The game is now where it should have been when it came out, but to me, I think that was worse. And the fact that they admit that that CD Projekt, they fucked up, they did this and that. They're at least admitting, trying to save a little face again. It doesn't mean too much, but at least they're trying. The guy in No Man's Sky was like, yeah, I took your money though.
Right. I was like, man, this is ridiculous.
Well, they gave refunds for No Man's Sky too.
Eventually, everyone will cave in and get something. But yeah,
man, what a letdown, man. Letdown of the generation.
Yeah, I think so. Well, generation. Yeah. Anyways, it's right up there. The big clusterfuck. So.
Yeah, pretty bad. But hey, I already submitted my refund. So.
Did you get it yet?
No. Probably next week.
I was gonna say, when's the last time you checked?
I checked today, a little while ago. Just curious. I was just curious.
And where'd you check? If the game was still there, or did you check your bank account?
No, I checked my account to see if any refunds were processed. They never really told me that they would. They just said, "Thanks for submitting your request." That's all they said.
Gotcha.
But I got screenshots and stuff. But they never really emailed me and said, "All right, you're on the list or something." So we'll see. I don't know. But I just can't do it. I don't even want to play it. It's just ruined for me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So
that's Cyberpunk. At least that freed up 70 hours for me, and I could go play something else.
True.
So
I
was seriously expecting like 70, 100-hour thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
I haven't had a lot of time really for much. I watched Mando, and then I played Warzone with Manny for a little while. And the new season of Cold War, or the first season of Cold War, is out. And so I got that, and I really like one of the characters I showed you guys. So this outlaw cowboy looking guy, got him, comes with weapons and stuff. And I played the new Warzone. I don't even know if we talked about that last week. I don't think we did because it just came out. But it's a typical Battle Pass refresh. It has new maps and all that jazz. And then the new Warzone is a small, tight, fast-paced map, so you get a lot more action. And then you have the option basically now. You can pick the small island, fast-paced map, or you can play the standard game.
And oddly enough, War is on sale on the PlayStation Network, 21% off. It's $54 right now.
And I think there's a free weekend too.
Yeah.
Or no, a free week, maybe a full week.
Weekend, I think.
Yeah. So if you're curious about it, but it's been fun. I mean, I don't think it's as fun as Modern Warfare because I remember Modern Warfare, like I just couldn't stop thinking about it. Like it was like it's all I wanted to do. So every chance I got, I would just go play 1 or 2 matches. And this is still fun and everything. It's just I don't think it's as good as Modern Warfare.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
but this is more arcadey. But I do really like some of the changes, though, because it's the arcade style has its advantages. And I did play the living hell out of Modern Warfare, so I think I was ready for like a change of pace.
Mm-hmm. That's fair too.
And the weapons are different. You know, they're a little older style, 80s, 90s. So that's it.
Beans, cool beans.
Yep.
Well, do we have anything else to add to the main show before we go to our last spoiler talk of the season for Mando?
Not me.
Nope.
No. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna cut off right there, guys. So, it's pretty short main episode. It happens. Well, thank you guys for.
Where can they find us, Sonny?
Thank you for listening. You can find us on Facebook, 3 Nerds on a Sunday. We'll keep you up to date when the new episode drops every Sunday. Times may vary, but Sunday always. You want to listen to the audio version of the podcast, you can go to Spotify. You can use any podcasting app as well. Does that include Apple or Apple?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just want to double check.
Yeah, pretty much all the major ones.
Apple, Spotify, everything.
Like the third-party ones, whatever you're using.
Want to watch the audio, the video portion of the podcast? You can head over to YouTube, type in 3 Nerds on a Sunday. Our name is still amazing, so pop up first. Like, share, subscribe, rate, do all the good button pushing. You don't have to, but it's much appreciated if you do. Thank you guys for listening. And if you did watch the last episode of Mandalorian Season 2, stick around. We're going to talk about major spoilers. If not, pause it, watch it, come back, and keep playing. So until next week, guys, thanks. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
Stick around.
All right, guys. I'm super duper serious. Big spoilers. Go away now before I hit you with a stick. Mandalorian chapter 16.
16. Yep.
All right. Chapter 16. We've been waiting.
Yes.
I thought, you know what I did one day? I think I was up really late and I was watching something. I think I was watching Rebels while I was doing something else, and then I was like, oh, it's midnight. So don't they put out the episodes at midnight? And I will go to check Disney Plus. I'm like, there's nothing. And I'm like, it's fucking Tuesday. I'm stupid as hell. Like, damn it. My days are all screwed up. But I was really like hoping. And then Thursday night I was up late and I think it was like 1 o'clock, and I text Manny. I was like, dude, when the hell did they put the new episodes up? He's like, I don't know, like 3 Eastern or something. I'm
2
like,
a.m.
oh my god. And I was like, it was like
2 a.m.
1:40,
Eastern.
and I was
Or
like,
no,
forget it.
12 a.m. Eastern, so it's 2 o'clock for Central Time. And
Yeah.
I am one of those people that stood up to watch it because I
Yeah.
didn't want any spoilers. I
Yeah, no,
started
right.
work the next day at 3 o'clock, so I made
Yeah.
myself a pizza at 2 a.m. and had some cookies and milk, and
Damn.
I had a full belly and watched it all happy. And
Good. And
man,
nobody
dude,
talked to you. Nobody bothered you at
I
that
put my
hour.
AirPods on. I put my
Mhm.
AirPods on. I put noise canceling mode so I didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
And I just immersed myself, man.
Good.
And
Good way.
it's I haven't felt that way watching something since maybe Endgame. And it might
Yeah.
not be on the same exact level, but man,
Yeah, I
dude,
think so.
I felt something special watching this one.
I got
And
the feels, man.
from the beginning to end, dude, like knowing Mando is basically is Grogu's dad and wants to
Mhm.
save him and all that, dude. Like, I don't know. I guess because I have Elena now and it hit me a
Yeah.
certain way, and dude, I was pumped the whole freaking episode.
Yeah.
So what did you feel, Sonny?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was really good.
Were you excited going in?
Oh, of course. I I mean, I want to say I was like, oh, it's Tuesday, right? Oh no, it's Friday and it's Tuesday. I'm not that excited, but I was like,
Yeah.
this is gonna be good though. This is gonna be really good, and it was outstanding.
I felt it was a little too easy, a little too rushed. I don't know.
For the most part, yeah. That's
And that was my criticism. And I wanted to look past it because I was enjoying it so much, but I couldn't help it. I was just like, oh, that was too easy, or like, that's all they had to do, or like, you know, I don't know. It just felt like it was so quick. And I know it's their last episode and they didn't have too much time, but
Well,
I just wanted more of them working together, or maybe
sure.
Luke saves them in a different way. I don't know, like just whatever. But
No,
I kind of threw that name out there right away. But my
you
bad.
did.
But hey,
Uh,
we warned people like for 2 minutes straight, so I think
So were you really talking about the part about when he's trying to get to the Death Troopers to shut them down? Is that
yeah,
what
like
you're talking about?
he's like just airlocks them. I'm like, ah, God damn it, please don't do this.
So for me, I was okay with it because leading up there, they finally turned on. First of all, I love the music that they had for that one. I freaking loved it. It was almost like a
I
techno rock kind of thing. I was like, oh, let's do this.
like this like techno noise, like for like revving up almost kind of noise,
Almost, yeah.
like
And with
like
yeah,
yeah,
and it just kind of worked with the beat. But
it's
that
cool.
was awesome. So I normally get stuck on that, and for whatever reason, I didn't get stuck on it this time around.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because that one Death Trooper really fucked him up almost.
Yeah,
Like
man,
at first I thought he
punching
broke
his
his
head.
helmet. Yeah, I thought it kind of smushed in. I'm like, oh great, he's not gonna have a helmet now. But it was perfectly fine.
But I think that would still kill you, man. If just because your
Yeah,
head's inside of an unbreakable can doesn't mean your brains are gonna be mush.
yeah. So I mean,
But
since he
it's
had
okay.
so much trouble fighting that one,
Yeah.
and just the other ones trying to get through, I
Mm-hmm.
think it sold me enough where I was good.
That was still good. I mean, it was still a good scene and all.
yeah, and
But
I
I'm
mean,
glad they came back. I'm glad that he didn't just destroy them all really that easily. I was gonna say, oh my God, no, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I had a feeling they would just fly back in.
Were you gonna say something?
uh, um, they built him up as a threat very early on in the episode. They're like, listen, none of this shit's gonna work if those guys get activated. We need to take care of them first. We only have 2 minutes to get here to shut them down and get them out. They're like everything kind of hinges on us getting them out.
Yeah.
Heck, the board game.
Well, Gideon wasn't even playing. He's just like immediately when he saw the ship, he's like, turn him
He's
on,
like,
turn him on.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I've been doing it right now. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
So
right.
yeah, like it was a nice build, and then when the one-on-one fight was like, yeah, imagine if he had to fight the whole room. Oh boy, he done got dead.
Oh
Easy.
yeah, man. Well, because the way that they structured the mission, he was supposed to sneak around by himself.
Yeah.
But did he accidentally walk by them, or
No,
or was that on his way, right?
It just took too long for him to
It
get
just
there.
took him too long, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the door was just opening as soon as he got to the door. No,
Oh shit, let me jam it real quick.
And the one got through. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty cool though. And then he put the Beskar spike through his neck and just broke the gears.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And then he did try his willows, right? Or his whispering shot.
He did shoot him.
But it pretty much did nothing, right? It just kind of like knocked
did,
him around.
It did some stuff. Yeah.
And Blaster was absolutely worthless. It was just bouncing right off. And then it's not like he can box him like a stormtrooper. He's he's a complete robot, so you can't punch him.
And then when he gets to Moff Gideon,
what you guys think of that fight?
Were you gonna say something, Sonny, before we go into the Moff Gideon part?
Oh, actually, it ties in with Moff Gideon. I was like, again, we appreciate how badass Moff Gideon is. Right off the bat, we haven't seen too much in the series, but he had everything planned out to the T. Everything. There's one thing he couldn't compensate for, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But everything he did was calculated. He knew what he needed to do before they even got on the ship. From his little speech about how the saber needs to be passed from person to person to be certain places.
Couldn't wait to say that shit. You see the damn smirk on his face?
He's so ugly.
He was like, you can't just give it to her, you stupid Mando.
So I got something to say about that, but we'll save that for the end. Don't let me forget it.
Okay.
But basically, when he finally gets to Moff, I really thought he was gonna let him go. Either he was gonna kill Grogu, or he was gonna let him go. And because he had me worried with the Darksaber like hovering over his head.
Yeah,
and all
man.
that.
I thought he was
gonna
cut him in
like
half.
Messing around. Yeah, I thought something was gonna happen. And then he kind of gave him, okay, if you're gonna take him, then get off the ship now. And I'm like, okay, done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And then he went after him. Like, okay, here we go.
And he took a cheap shot, tried to slash him. He fought pretty well for an officer kind of guy. I don't know how much action he gets, but he was pretty good. He put up a fight.
So there's a story on how he got it, right? So I'm sure he's a fighter of some sort. I don't know. I'm gonna rewatch the episode. I only really watched it once.
And then somehow Bo lost it, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So did he win it from her? And who knows, really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, that could still be explored, I guess.
Oh no, it kind of has to be at this point, because she was really pissed. She's like, "What have you done?" It's like, "Son of a bitch."
I almost thought she was dead at one point.
Yeah, that was
when he shot the hell out of her, like close range, and she kind of just dropped to the ground. But then, like in a scene later, she's just standing in the background, like, "Oh, I guess she's okay." But I know her armor is powerful, so I know she's not gonna. It's not gonna be that easy, I guess.
It was just shot so weirdly. That part with her getting shot was like, she's dead. Oh wait, no, I'm just kidding.
So she's like, oh no, she's good. She's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mando tries to give her the Darksaber, right? Because he was like, I don't want this. I just want a Grogu. We're all good. And she seems like she's about to take it. Like she doesn't reach out her hand or anything, but she has her face.
Wants to.
Yeah. You haven't seen all of Rebels yet, Frank. Then Sonny, have you seen Rebels?
Oh, not all of it.
Okay. There's a scene
I got to the end
Rebels.
of season 2.
Okay, there's a scene in Rebels with Sabine has the Darksaber. I forgot how she gets it. She doesn't want it. She's part of a big clan that can run Mandalore, but she doesn't want to run Mandalore. And after this one mission, she actually gives Bo-Katan the lightsaber or the Darksaber. And she takes it, and everyone in Mandalore or the Mandalorian clans kind of accept it, right? it's almost one of those things where Sabine gave her the light, the Darksaber, and then the door opened, and everyone agrees that we want Bo-Katan to run us, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think she didn't take it in this one because the whole conversation about the history of the Darksaber, Moff Gideon was running it. And since Moff was still alive and there was people that were in that room that weren't Mandalorians, I think that's why she didn't take it. I think that's why she had to follow the rule of the Darksaber. Does that make sense? Are you following me, guys, or no?
No.
Is it because of what he said, or because
I think because
there's witnesses?
He said it? Correct. Because there's witnesses. He said it. Now she has to follow it. Because why would she take it from Sabine and not from Mando?
Mm-hmm.
And you have to watch that episode once you get there. But that's a big.
She almost doesn't consider him a Mandalorian, right? I mean, because maybe that's also part of it. I'm not sure, but
no, I think it is the way she lost it, and with Moff Gideon be the one who took it from her, and him being alive to taint that story, because you can spin most things of her receiving Darksaber as a Mandalorian, a Mandalorian to a Mandalorian, saying, "Listen, you are the rightful owner," so on and so forth. We mutually agree on something. As we kind of tell from what we see in the show, at least, just going off of this, they're very honor driven people for the most part. Even Bo has her. It might not be the same as Mando, but she has her own code and ethics that needs things to get done. They're very honor based people. They're very culturally driven people.
Mm-hmm.
And when she received it from someone who is of maybe equal to her or on the same level, however you want to phrase it, that's more acceptable than, let's say, she lost in a poker match, or he took it from her while she was sleeping or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something that like undermines her power, and him being the one that's still alive, and the fact that Mando spared him, basically like, well, he's your problem now, and you decide what happens, and he's not going to kill him. She kind of has to be like, fuck, he screwed me on this one big time. That's why that he was so smart getting from as soon as they landed, he went straight for the child because he knew who was going to be there. It was going to be Mando, someone else. He's like, if I win, I kill him. If I lose, he gets a sword. He's not going to kill me.
And he already got the blood.
Yeah, and the one that wants to kill me can't touch me now. So
yeah.
He had a pretty good ironclad plan there.
and really, with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, I'm not really worried about this plot hole and this loophole or whatever they call it, because there was one when Mando wouldn't take off his helmet, but all the other ones that we saw in Clone Wars did take off their helmets. Yeah. And then in this season, they explain why that is. So I think Sonny and I are kind of on like the right track about this whole thing, because Gideon was just too like happy about it. He was kind of like egging him on. So at that point, if you were to take it, like he could easily say, well, that's not right. And who knows?
I literally thought they were going to fight right then and there. Like she was just going to be like, let's just do this. Come on.
Yeah.
It was close.
I'm kind of glad they didn't, because now they need kind of a third season. So
because if you watch it, she looks at the Darksaber and she's thinking about taking it, but then she can't. And
he even says, like, I yield. He like says, no, he's like, you guys got to fight. And he's like, nah, I yield here. I really don't care. I just, come on. And she just won't, obviously.
Yeah, and then Gideon that's where he starts laughing.
And maybe also it's like in front of Boba Fett. She doesn't want to be like.
Well, Boba Fett's not there.
He's not standing there? Oh, he's on his own ship at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody made a funny comment. They were like, imagine if Boba was in the room and him and Luke are just like, look at each other like, what the hell? This guy's here? I was like, damn. He's like, wait. I thought this guy freaking fell in the Sarlacc like that.
Okay. I guess now we can start talking about the main shit.
Before we quick, I just wanted to touch on something to kind of tie the honor thing and all that kind of stuff. they answered the question of why Boba Fett is not Mandalorian, and to me, I felt so fucking stupid because it's such an easy thing to like. Why did I think about that? He's a fucking clone. He's not born of flesh and bone. He was born in a tube. I think even when he gets the suit back, he goes, "This suit, what was there? My father fought in this." He said this suit was in my family. He never said this is my, like as Mandalorian, this is my right. This is my father's. This is my family's.
He did say birthright. This suit was my father. I'm a birthright.
Yeah, but not through Mandalorian custom. Where like, hey, I'm Mandalorian. This is mine. You can't tell me what to do with it. It was like, yeah, birthright through my father, but I'm not really real. I'm not a real boy.
Yeah, he's a Mando in my book.
Did they ever like?
I don't. Well,
I mean, they've never said anything like that in this show, right? Nobody's ever said like clones can't be Mandalorians. I mean, nobody.
No.
Yeah,
No.
so I didn't really pick up on that. So when you like were like, I felt stupid. I'm like, well, I feel double stupid because I didn't even pick up on it.
That was a super cool moment because Bo-Katan's like, I've heard your voice 1,000 times or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. So I mean,
yeah, that was kind of cool.
It's kind of one of those things like you got to decide as a fan: is he Mando? Is he a Mandalorian? Is he not? To me, he's a Mandalorian.
It's too hard to say because you
He's
ask
a
one
person
and they
now,
say
dude.
no. You ask another one, they say yes.
But
They
he's a
don't even know
person
who
now.
is.
I mean, like to me, no. Like,
But he's unaltered as well. He's not.
no,
He wasn't born out of a person. But he's not like a super soldier like the clones were.
It's kind of like one of those things where, and I don't want to get too political, but it's it's not even political. It's one of those things. If a guy wants to become a woman, now they're a woman. If a woman wants to be a guy, now they're a guy. To me, he's a Mandalorian. He wears a suit. He got it from his dad. He held up the honor code.
Mando.
Yeah. So yeah, to me, he's a Mandalorian. If he wants to be. If he doesn't, then whatever. He's still cool. But I think he's a Mandalorian.
Well, that's the thing too. Like, I like the reason why I don't consider him Mandalorian is because I don't think he wants to be Mandalorian. He's like, fuck you.
That does tie into the end scene too. Like, what does he want to be? What's this guy's deal?
He has honor. Now, granted, there's probably alternatives as we can see at the end of the last episode here, but I think he has everything he does is calculated as well. Everything he does, he saved. I always forget her name. The sniper chick. I'm bad with names.
Fennec.
Yeah, he saved her for a reason. He helped Mando for a reason. He did everything for a reason. Everything
I gotta
he does.
say, she hasn't grown on me.
No,
at all.
I like.
She might grow on you at Bad Batch.
I like the actress, and I don't know. As a character, she hasn't really developed for me, so I kind of have no real tie.
Like she's not outstanding, but I can definitely see her be like a cool henchman character. Like,
it's kind of surprising to me how much of a sidekick she is. I thought she was more independent, more like her own type of warrior or whatever, because she has her own reputation. Like when that newbie bounty hunter from the first season, he's like, oh, or no, maybe the way Mano talked about her, something like that. But I was just kind of like, I didn't think she would be such a follower like this.
Well,
but I guess she owes him a life debt, right?
Yeah, I mean, like the best thing that like he literally saved my life. I would not be here without him. So wherever he goes, I go, and that's very true. And
I guess
again,
I kind of resolved it in my my rambling, but yeah.
And it's Boba Fett. He's not going to treat her terrible, as far as I can tell. It's like, hey, if I make money, you're going to make it too, type of thing, you know. Yeah,
I like that we're learning more about Boba in general, because I mean, we don't know that much. We just knew that he was a badass bounty hunter, but we never really knew.
So many years, he's a total fucking badass. The way everyone thought he was in the original movies, he is that now, and it's really fucking cool.
Well, he finally showed it instead of just through reputation and standing around looking cool.
So, but so unless we have anything else to add to that, because I can talk about Fett and Mandos forever. Let's get into the nitty gritty and talk about the the last stuff that was in the episode.
So going into this, did you guys think that whoever received the call from Grogu was going to show up this season, or no?
I didn't think so.
You thought they would have to handle it themselves and stuff?
Yeah.
It felt like,
and then show up at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought it would probably be like that.
But man, they had the balls to do it. Not granted. So,
but wait, okay. So if he didn't show up, do you think they had any chance of getting out of there, or were they completely screwed?
They were screwed.
Yeah, they're stuck in one room with freaking 30 dark troopers outside.
The only way that they might have made it if Grogu was like, then
not even. He doesn't have enough power for that.
And then that would be like season 3 opener.
And he was already weak.
You got to save him.
Yeah. Okay. I was just curious what you guys thought.
No, yeah, but no. If that didn't happen, they were. I think they were all dead men walking. Mm-hmm. So going off of what happened, Frank said earlier, Luke is the one that answers the call, and another badass scene from Luke showing he is actually the best Jedi ever.
Very Rogue One-ish from Darth Vader. Did you guys catch that?
Until later, I didn't. Immediately, I was too caught up. I couldn't even think. I was just like watching, like, oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I didn't catch it while watching it. Afterwards, I thought it did look familiar, and then I started seeing it more and more.
Mm-hmm.
That's freaking awesome.
I heard some people say like they weren't sure who it was because you were watching security footage and you couldn't tell the color of the lightsaber. But I was like, I know exactly who this is. That's not going to trick me. The color, I mean.
I knew exactly who that was.
Especially when the X-wing, they were like, an X-wing.
When the X-wing
and he wouldn't answer the call. You know, they were like, who are you? What the heck? What are you doing here?
I was sitting there going like, they don't have the balls to do this, do they? Oh, and then like, I think it was the first action where like he swings. I'm like, I see a glove. I see a black hand. Damn it, they did it. They fuck. And like, it wasn't until they put his face. I'm like, that's not him. It's not him. It can't. They can't.
I didn't think so either. I was waiting for Sebastian Stan.
I thought it was Sebastian Stan the whole time, and then you saw that they have like the deep face on him, and I'm like, of course.
They've been sitting on that tech for a while. They've been milking it, using it really well, man. Like, what they use it first? Tarkin was the first one, right?
I wouldn't say well, but
I know it's about the best you could do.
No, they used it better with Kurt Russell in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
He looked weird. Like his hair and his color of his skin didn't look right. He didn't look like a person. I think maybe because it was in daylight and he was moving in a car. Maybe that's why. But
I mean, but at least the voice was synced up to the mouth.
I think because he still sounds like. Well, I don't know.
I think Rogue One probably had the best one.
I feel like they took clips of what something young Mark Hamill has said and used it, and that's why he didn't seem real. He seemed like a robot, just kind of.
No, like they didn't lip sync the mouth with the voice. Like,
oh, okay.
I don't think like I don't know if they like de-aged his voice or something, whatever. But like you hear the words come out of his mouth, and he's like,
Did he actually record for this? I don't think he did.
I don't know.
His voice doesn't sound like that anymore. He sounds too gruff.
But he could change his voice. I think he did voice it for that one. I didn't look too much into it, but I think he did.
It wasn't the greatest, but it actually was not bad, dude. It really was not bad.
No, I'm glad they used his face. I thought it was pretty bad, but at first I'm like, oh, okay, it doesn't matter. But then Violet saw it because I woke up the next morning and I couldn't wait to tell her. She doesn't really care about spoilers or anything like that. I gave her the opportunity to not know, but I was just too damn excited. And I showed her the scene. Oh, that doesn't look bad at all. I'm like, wow.
No, it didn't look bad.
Impressed by it. And maybe
I wasn't. I'm glad they didn't like try to put somebody else there. I'm glad they, even though it doesn't look 1,000% great. I prefer that they try to CG his head.
I had
And
a smile on
R2
my
came out,
face.
and that was good. That
Man,
was another little nostalgia. Where like, oh, R2, like you hate R2, you fucking crazy.
I don't hate R2, but I'm like
God.
C3PO gets too much hate.
Please don't hate R2.
Please don't hate R2.
Leave C3PO alone.
He's the
He did
best.
nothing.
Man.
Yeah, leave R2
C3PO.
alone.
I like C3PO. He's very good.
I love.
But oh, you know what else people said
But-
is that it seems like R2 and Grogu know each other because they kind of beeped at each other and made noises at each other. That's what, and people are probably reading too much, but I don't know.
Oh, it could be it. I mean, he was at the
I'm
palace.
trying to think
you know.
how or what or why or.
Why? I mean, R2's old. R2's
Oh
been
wait,
around.
at the Jedi Temple, you're saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's been around.
he's
Anakin
been around
probably still knows him too.
He's been around since the prequels. Shit.
Mm,
Actually, I don't think Anakin knows him because Anakin probably would have looked for him specifically. I think it was one of those things. Who knows, man?
I don't know. It's weird though. How do they explain all that? And I don't think they will. But
Because I think Manny said he's like what 50 years old.
He's 50.
So
yeah, which is nothing for a 900-year-old race.
Because again, like he was literally training, so he was either there or in timeline when Anakin was like, "Fuck these kids," meow.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's great. It's
He couldn't have killed every kid.
I think where it's at, Anakin and him were born at the same time. Anakin and him are the same age.
Anakin and Grogu?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Born at the same time.
Yeah.
Right.
They
Why?
were born. That's what I was reading, is that they were born, if you do the math, because it was 50 years. So 50 years is. So this takes place 5 years after Return of the Jedi.
Because Luke's like 30 and Anakin was like 20 or something.
Yeah.
Something like that, right?
Yep.
Or Luke's like 25 and he was also maybe 25 or whatever.
So if Grogu's 50 and then, I mean, Darth Vader being like 50-ish, yeah, that makes about sense.
Mm-hmm.
So he was somebody somewhere.
I think Mace Windu knew him.
Still don't know who helped him.
Yoda knew him, of course. I will say when I first saw, or the second time you see the X-Wing on screen, I said no, and my voice cracked, dude. Like cracked, like I was crying because I couldn't believe it, dude. Like I was like, no, I can't redo it. But dude, man, like I felt so much emotion with that whole shit, dude. Like I think I cried in the beginning. And then at the end, like, dude, it was just like, what the hell? Like, so much stuff.
And then the goodbye where he reaches out to his helmet, like, take your helmet off. Like, I want to see you. Like,
and it sucks because Elena kind of does that when she knocks out. So
she kind of like
she grabs like the chin hair, and I felt like that's what Grogu was kind of doing. I'm like, fuck, dude. Shit.
They're smart, man. They really put out the deals there.
And
he kind of is like looking back at him too, right? When he's walking away down the hallway.
100% looking back at him.
He's like still looking at him. I don't know. I wonder if we're gonna get training stuff with him or what. But I don't know.
It's hard to say because like, is the Book of Fett Mandalorian season 3? Or is that something separate?
Oh, I think they already said it's not.
Where do you say, you liar?
I thought they said Book of Fett is like a mini leading up to season 3 of Mando or something.
Well, that's weird because it kind of come out the same month, unless it's only be 2-3
December,
episodes.
right? And then why would they just do 2 or 3? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It's weird. So
they haven't really explained
it. So I love Luke as a character. That's why what they did with them in the new series really pissed me off. He is a great character. Like but that was a little fate. I was like wide smile the whole time. That I'm like, it's him, but it can't be. But it's not. But it is. Oh fuck me. And like I was like, yeah, like it was so fucking cool.
Well, there were some people who, when the original, or no, I'm sorry, not the original, when the new trilogy came out, people were complaining that how the original 3 leads, they just kind of became losers and like sad and pathetic, and like I was like, this sucks. Like I don't want them to be like that. Like and then get murdered. Solo gets murdered right away, and
fuck you,
all that. And Leia, I mean, does nothing really the whole time, and Luke is just drinking milk and crying like a baby. And acting silly, and I don't know. Yeah, they did him a disservice there. But this really like put a firecracker for Luke, because everybody's going nuts over him now.
Oh, so fucking well. I mean, like when he looked at the child, goes, "Hey, little one, it's time to go," and he goes, and he looks at him, and he knows, and he even says it to Mando, he needs your permission to go, and he's like, he sounds like such a
that was interesting.
He sounds like Luke, like the actual Luke that everyone knows, like this wise, like best Jedi in the world. He's like, listen, it's up to him. He has to choose.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing.
He's not like trying to force it or like try to.
Yeah.
He's being very like
He's like, I answered
wise,
the call,
I guess.
but it's your choice, kid. And
mm-hmm.
I never cried in Star Wars like some people have, but I was very close when he just touches his face and goes,
yeah.
I'm like, oh, fuck, it hurts my soul.
Him too. He's like, no, god damn it, no.
It's so fucking cool. It's just,
that's good.
It hit the emotions the right way. It felt good. And it was earned, and it was genuine, and it felt pure and awesome.
We've seen their bond, grow through all this time.
It's just so cool to see. Like, he doesn't want to leave, but he knows he has to, and he's like, "Dad, it's okay if I go. Can I go?" I'm like, "Oh." Shit.
And when he got mad in the ship recently, when he was having him train in the ship, and then he got mad, and he's like, "Oh, damn it." I didn't understand why, but you guys had explained to me that he's mad because he knows he's gonna have to say goodbye.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Damn it, no! Do not say goodbye, damn it."
Yeah, man.
I never thought this show would be this, man. I really didn't. Like going into it, I was like, "This is gonna be. It'll be. I think it'll be good." I just didn't. I thought it'd be more action and just nothing like this. I mean, I don't think we could have expected it. And I think it's pretty amazing that they were able to hide Grogu from the first episode.
And not even only that, hide Luke.
They hid everything.
No, I mean, I'm talking about like season 1, episode 1. Like, how did the hell did they hide the Baby Yoda, man?
They have some committed people on this whole show, dude, to hide Luke Skywalker.
That too.
To hide Boba Fett. To hide Grogu. Dude, come on, man. That's a lot. Hide Ahsoka? Like, there was no leaks of Ahsoka.
There was casting stuff, wasn't there?
Yeah, and that's the only thing that got you for the most part.
Yeah.
Was casting stuff.
That's what sucks. But that's okay. That was all right.
Even if you like go even deeper, like Sasha Banks, who showed up in like episode 3 or 4, or whatever, she went to Twitter and told a news article, "Hey, my character is not in Mandalorian anymore. That was a one and done thing."
Oh.
And there she is.
I remember you said that. Yeah.
Like she even said herself, "I'm not gonna be in it." No, that's it. Like this, again, I'm gonna make this point every time because a lot of people don't understand. When you give someone control that loves the property and understands it, this is what you get. You get an amazing fucking. You get people who are dedicated and loyal who won't say shit about it. They're gonna put their heart and soul into it. And this is a great example. Like the Marvel.
I mean, they've exceeded expectations with what they've done.
Absolutely. And this is again like eventually they're gonna let me down. They always do. But like my nerdism for Star Wars is at an all-time high again.
Yeah, man. I think all three of us.
I literally went on to Makari Bart 4 figures.
Yeah. I bought Luke immediately after, like 5 minutes later.
I got him.
Nice.
And that place.
You didn't have any leading up to this, right?
No, I didn't have any. None.
Yeah.
No, I have 4. And going into the final credit scene.
It's like Mythic what?
Well, that's always going to be there too, but damn.
No, I know.
The very last shot of season 2, the after credits, I want that printed out and put it on my wall. That was so fun. Cool.
The one where he's on the throne?
On the throne, and she's just chugging back that blue shit. I'm like, I want that shit on my wall right now. That was so fucking cool.
Oh, you can find it, I bet you.
That is such an amazing shot. It just like it felt like a motherfucker doing his shit.
Oh, that's another thing they had, right? Nobody even knows that show. That like in that investor call, that wasn't that talked about.
And that's why I'm saying, like, is maybe this really Mando season 3? Like,
no, I keep seeing no, but I don't know.
Because again, it's weird because like the way the series ends or the season, I don't know if this is like the end of Mando, but these shows work as like like full seasons moving forward. Um, Everyone's still on the ship. Boba Fett jumped into hyperspace. Then we just go to this cutscene and it's her and Fett walking in there into Jabba's old palace and taking over. We didn't see that happen at the end of the episode. So something happens something has to be done between there and there to at least get us there. So I don't know again, like if it's like, hey, the first 3 episodes of season 3 of Mando, and then we cut to like the next 4 Boba Fett, and then we go back to Mando, or if it's like running series together where like set Fridays Mando, Saturday is Fett, or something like that. I don't know.
I see.
You know what I mean? But he's a Hutt now. Oh, Boba the Hutt sounds awesome.
Boba the Hutt. I'm kind of wondering what he's gonna do.
He's already kind of on big size, so he fits too. Because apparently, if you take over Jabba, because
yeah, like Bib Fortuna, he got really fat.
I'm like, God damn, man.
Oh, you know what I did? I started watching the intro to Return of the Jedi because I just really wanted to see the Jabba's palace thing, and I wanted to see more Luke. Like just doing, using his powers and everything. Yeah. So I was rewatching that, and it's just funny the way he talks and stuff, and yeah, just the characters.
The way who talks?
That Bib Fortuna guy where he uses the mind powers, and I like the way Jabba reacts. He goes like, "Whoa!" And he's like, he like smacks him. He's like, using a full Jedi mind trick. The way he talks and stuff is so funny. So it was, I was enjoying that scene, but man, that was, god damn it, man, I was not expecting that. Everything they did, it was just they thinking about it now, they packed it in a lot in those 40 minutes, right? 42, 46.
40, something like that. Yeah, I mean, I'm always an advocate of certain episodes being much longer than the other ones. I think this could have benefited it more.
Oh yeah, like another 20 minutes.
For what they were able to do in the time that they were given, they made it very impactful, and it carried a lot of weight in everything that happened. The action, I won't say it took a back seat, but it was like quick flashes, and the story and the emotions definitely were the thing that took over this episode that makes it.
And they had a pretty elite squad, so I mean, I could see them tearing through everything pretty easy.
Yeah, I mean, they were badass bitches doing shit, and they were good at it. It was awesome. I
didn't even realize it. It was all female, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's the way you should do it. Just, hey, this is you don't have to be like, hey, these are girls.
Call it out on purpose. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was all female.
I didn't even didn't register.
Yeah, like
they're just warriors. They're characters. They're not like purposely female. They're just good character. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I appreciate that. So.
Right, good characters. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah,
But shit, again.
That's all you gotta do.
I want that last damn scene on my wall. I'm not kidding. I really want that. I want that poster on my wall. It's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And now I'm way too excited for again. I don't know what it is, but the book of Boba Fett. I'm hyped as shit for that. 100%.
I wonder what his deal is. I mean, he's not like as evil as like Jabba, I would say. But what does he want? What does he?
You don't know, man. He might be that evil. He just showed like the cool side to.
Maybe he wants to start his own like bounty hunting group or something. I don't know.
I think he just wants what's maybe he just wants what's owed to him.
And what about that title, Book of Boba Fett?
Yeah, it's interesting, right?
He wants to because he's a quote unquote clone.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of already played up the book thing with the chapters of it's just a book thing. I don't know if that's
Oh, there it
yeah
is. So it's not. Oh, it might be still. No, I don't
yeah.
think it
I don't
is.
know.
I don't think it is. You're right. He likes doing that. Good shit. I didn't put two and two together with that. So I think it's its own. I think it's its own.
I think so. Like again, like I don't know if it's gonna be like 3, 4 episodes long or it's gonna be like a movie broken up into little parts or something. But I think they're gonna run concurrent to each other.
Me
Mm.
too.
Um um because and I'm a little worried of this, but New Rangers, Ahsoka show, and Mando is supposed to be intertwining, and more Rangers and Ahsoka are supposed to be jumping back and forth in their shows, making more of a Marvel style universe where you have to watch things to understand. I'm a little worried of that, but if they keep making good, if they keep putting the same effort and love into it like they did Mando, I
Mm-hmm.
am okay with it. As long as Gina Carano is in the New Ranger show, I'm all in on that show. Ahsoka, I'm very
I think
interested.
they would be dumb not to.
Yeah, it's gonna work, man. Because if they could do it on WGN with the DC stuff, with the Flash, Green Arrow, and all that, I think they could do it with Star Wars pretty easily.
Yeah, I mean, granted, that's probably not
Yeah.
the best. That's not the best pull to pull from because
You know
it's
what's
okay.
No,
interesting?
it is because that was pretty strong because it started with Green Arrow, then it branched out to Flash, then it branched out to
I
Superman.
mean,
Now Superman's getting their own stuff, and it all you had to watch certain episodes to get to the big episode, and I never caught on, but people liked it.
well, like the reason why I say that is because I did watch Arrow. I love Supergirl. The current season is not great, but Flash, like they only really cross over like one episode a season, and then we get
But then you get a big one at the end.
Crisis on Infinite Earth, which was not special. It was weird. It had good moments, but it was okay.
Yeah.
So, but if they can again, like I said, just give half the effort they did with Mando, I think you'll be fine. Again, I'm always gonna be worried when it comes to those type of things because you can easily mess it up big time. But
Yeah.
uh, Dave Fioni, he has my
He
trust and he has my
he
viewership.
loves this more than anything. Like that's like his world. He's like a fan first.
Yeah,
The way he
and
came into the job and everything, and the way he
I
talks about it too.
yeah, I mean, I knew of him obviously from the Clone Wars and stuff, but
Yeah.
he generally loves and cares his property, and as long as he can keep everyone away from it and goes like, "This is mine." Like, who ran Marvel? I always forget.
Faggy.
Thank you. If he can do what he did was basically Disney didn't have a hand in anything. He said, "Listen, trust me. I know what I'm doing.
Well, it's not
We're
gonna
gonna
be
make money.
him.
Don't
We're
worry."
gonna
No.
trust Favreau, not him.
But Favreau trusts him, so they're
Yes,
basically.
exactly.
So it's like
Favo,
He'll be like the muscle who's like, hey, I've done a lot of your shit already. I've done your Marvel. I've done your Lion King. I've done this. You guys gotta let us
and
do this.
he goes,
Favo
"I trust
is yeah. Favo is smart enough or he doesn't have as big of an ego where he knows when he's wrong, and you can see that a lot. You can see him as a
Hmm.
leader, but you could also see that he'll give in if he feels like it's the right thing to do, which is
Yeah,
awesome. That
and he
behind the
defers to
scenes,
people. Like he's always like, this guy knows the lore and the little touches more than I do. So
yeah,
I'm gonna let him say that stuff or do that part.
yeah, and it's nuts that Favo just kind of grew into this because I never thought he was like that. I
That is
thought he was
crazy.
just a director and an actor and he's been
Hmm.
doing good stuff, but no, dude, like he's a full on leader and he's confident and he's all that. So
What's crazy is that he did this with Marvel. Like he took a character nobody gave two shits about, and he took an actor who fell from grace big time, and he created. Look what he did. And now he made a brand new character. I mean, yeah, he took the look because he's a Mandalorian, but I mean, no, this is a brand new character, and
Yep.
but he somehow tied it with everything else in the Star Wars universe. So pretty amazing, man. I mean, I don't think anybody could. I don't know how he even came up with all this crap. Pretty crazy.
a
But
lot of probably a lot of coffee and no sleep.
I mean, like compared to the trilogy, you know, the new trilogy is like, man, it's just night and freaking day.
So I think the trilogies are gonna redeem themselves later by another TV show. We're just focusing on the old stuff where the fans really fell in love, and then I think it's gonna go back to that, kind of like how Clone Wars was saved by the cartoon series. And I'll be more than okay with that, man. I'll be more than okay to seeing what happened with Rey and all that.
You mean after, or what?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be after to kind of like help build the characters.
The new Force-sensitive kids and stuff.
Yeah, or what it might do is that this whole timeline thing, because Ezra messed. I don't want to give it away. You know, watch Rebels, man. Watch Rebels. You'll see what I'm talking about. There's something very, very, very interesting in there that you're like, okay, I could see what they might be doing.
Yeah.
So you got to just watch it. You'll have enough time.
Yeah, and just going off what
I got a year, right?
Yeah, I would have no problem if they fix these characters, they delve more into these characters, because like I'm not like those people who hate Rey, like, oh, she's this and that. I'm like, I think she was just underwritten, and she was played by a good actress, but she wasn't given much to do. I think there's a lot there you can do with her, and if they go this route on television route where they're able to delve deep more into her and her backstory or her feelings and her emotions, all that kind of stuff, like yeah, like she could be a great character. It's just the movie didn't really portray any of that.
But I think looking at that roadmap, there's really no room for the new stuff. Like this is all
Correct.
You know, the next, that's like what do you think that is?
Well,
5 to 10 years of work.
Well,
that
I mean, you also have to think too that some of these seasons might not last, more than maybe a couple seasons, or maybe
even one.
On purpose too.
Yeah,
they probably don't want them to last.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
because this Mandalorian kind of felt like it ended, and something new's coming, and like it's not gonna be, maybe not like a pure season 3. It might be a mix of different things, but
because he's not going to be traveling with him, trying to find. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So there is Apple, as long as they can continue the praise and love from like diehard fans about this kind of stuff. I think they can build up enough good credit to be like, hey, we're gonna delve back into the new stuff again, try to not retcon necessarily, but improve on it and make it better, so at least it makes sense. Because I mean, at this point, you screwed over the main characters. There's not much you can do to fix them because they're all dead. You just have to fix new characters and move forward, and hopefully that you build something brand new that people go, well, we'll forget the bad shit. This is what we're gonna focus on.
Well, it seems like people already have. I mean, there are like people are on board with this, and
I mean,
it's
I don't know,
blowing up. I mean,
like there was an article that came out. I don't know if it was like he's petitioning or a lot of people are on the bandwagon of Rogue One being the best Star Wars movie. I won't go that far. It is definitely on the top of the movies, but does it have the greatest scene of all time in cinema history? Absolutely.
That was insane.
Darth Vader, holy shit! I cheered.
Damn, that was insane. This was great though, man. I love the choreography. Like when he did the crush, he crushed that last robot, and that was pretty impressive. The way he was just really masterful at this point. He took down all those. I don't even know if they got a shot. Yeah, they got a shot off on him, but I mean, he obviously blocked it. But
shots, quote unquote. But he was like, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you."
Like, bing, bing, bing. Nope.
I mean, like 5 years is a lot of time to train, and it shows. He was like, he's untouchable.
Yeah, and he's the only one basically of his kind right now.
Yeah, there's not too many.
Well, maybe I guess Ahsoka is there, but she's really like in the shadows, I guess, on her own path.
Again, I haven't finished Rebels, and it just feels like she's not on the Jedi path. She's on her own path currently. She's, after everything that happened, she's like, maybe I need. I need to do my own thing because
those Inquisitors are really cool in Rebels, and it would be cool to see them in the the streaming cinematic universe that they're doing right now.
There's a lot of good opportunities now, and now it's just the waiting game and speculation until trailers comes out and news comes out, or
Yeah.
until shows come out. It's all gonna be speculation, and that's kind of fun because we haven't been wrong on a lot of things that we talked about. We were either a little off or we were close enough where like that it was kind of what we were thinking is gonna happen. So some things we were wrong about, but
Like what? What do you mean?
just like, oh, well, this can happen this season or this
Oh,
episode,
okay.
like this character, or like maybe they did this because of this, and things
Yeah.
are falling into place. I remember we had that conversation. I was like, but he's not a Mandalorian. He's not a Mandalorian, and then they come out and they tell you
Oh yeah.
like in their words, and then you can kind of take it as you want. But like that kind of stuff, like if they
Yeah.
kind of go, if they continue down this route, this can be an amazing thing. Just
yeah,
let
man.
let the right people keep doing what they're doing, man. Don't
I'm happy
get
with these two.
your hands-
These seasons were damn good.
Hmm.
Yeah, this one had, had like the side quest problem a little bit, but overall, man, the season was freaking excellent, man. I loved it. And obviously we were looking forward to every single week.
Yeah.
Couldn't
Oh,
wait
yeah.
for the next one.
I mean,
Ellie was crying between episodes.
yeah, she wanted more.
It's like, what? There's no more? What? You have to wait? What?
You wait like your elders.
Funny. I was like, oh yeah, you're not used to that shit, huh?
I know.
Used to having all 10 seasons available right now.
Yep. You
That's
never had
funny.
to sit there and wait week to week, or if a show
I'm
was
so happy they did though.
wait a year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that too.
yeah, man. Like
Star
we
Wars, man, it's just like, yeah, invigorated.
as soon as we watched that first episode together, now we social distance and everything. We were far apart, but it was on three of us. We watched it and we were so hyped. We just like every week it was. I think Manny would usually be the first one to watch it. Hey, did you guys watch it yet? Oh, and then like we had to come home and watch
Especially
it.
Friday, we were like, kept asking you, we're like, did you watch it yet? Did you watch it?
Yeah,
Dude, did you watch it?
yeah.
Yeah, it was great, man. I actually want to rewatch it right now.
I know,
After
right?
this, it's so short that I could just watch it one more time.
And it feels nice to feel like a kid again for just for a day where like it's Friday. Ooh, it's like you wake up on a Saturday, Yu-Gi-Oh, the new Pokemon, the new whatever you
Yeah.
watch. Like, and
And it's like,
very happy.
and it doesn't disappoint. Like it's highly anticipated, but then just turns out to be really good.
Yeah.
Generates a lot of conversation and stuff.
Yeah. I love it.
Man. Oh yeah.
Great. Yeah. And you guys asked me earlier what I rated, and seeing how emotional I got about talking about Grogu and Mando, the face touching, and seeing Luke. I'm like, it's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, man.
I think it's 10.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
10.
Absolutely.
So.
All right, guys. It was fun, man.
Season 2 in the book.
It's gonna be quite a wait, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird, man.
It's a long wait, but I guess they're gonna try to distract us with Marvel for a while.
Yeah, that's right. What? WandaVision's coming out soon?
Next month, right?
January 15th.
Yeah. Pretty
so
soon.
we'll have stuff to like.
I'll be pissed if those episodes are 30 minutes, 38 minutes, 40 minutes.
They will be, dude. They're not gonna be an hour.
Ugh.
There's no way.
Oh my gosh.
Why are you gonna be pissed for?
Just because, man. I want my hour shows back.
Yeah. Nah, you're right. But I think they're really expensive. So they probably just can't do that much.
You're Disney, you can afford it.
All right, guys. Let's wrap it up.
Thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Spoiler Talk. I don't know. You know the whole spiel, where to find us. Thank you for taking his journey with us as we talk about Mandalorian and Star Wars.
Oh yes.
Until next time, thank you guys. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.